Beautiful people, what is up and how are you doing? This is your favorite struggling R&B producer, Valentine D Plug, and I kind of forgot to record the intro for this video, so that's why I'm doing it now. So we are switching over to a different scenery, and I hope y'all enjoyed the vid, because I really enjoyed making the beat. Alright? Peace. So the record that we're working with today is a record called As If by girl group Black. And if you didn't know already, Black was signed to Lisa Left Eye Lopez's production company, I think Left Eye Productions. Lisa, of course, which you know from TLC. At the time, she also had a falling out with T-Boz and Chili, I think. So that's why a lot of her artistic vision was also expressed through Black. You can definitely hear that in the records. So what I want to do now is just play you my chops, explain how I process them, and then we're just going to start getting into building right away. So I'm pretty sure that you've been able to hear that I've got a lot of effects on it. You know how in a previous video I said I doubled the sample? I found out a more efficient way, and I'm kind of just baffled that I didn't realize it earlier. So what I did, I created a bus for my sample. Then I created 2 tracks on which I'm basically performing parallel processing. That's a much more time efficient way instead of duplicating the sample. So one has more high pass, one has more low pass, and that's how I just blend them together. So starts off with the sample, basically same processing on both channels, but the low pass sample, the one with a lot of low frequencies intact, has a compressor on it, just to tame the dynamics a little more, because I do not want all that boominess. I still want it to blend well. I still want it to sound kind of open. So I should probably make a EQ cut. I kind of made an EQ cut. I think this one suffices, and I think this one has the same cut, so that should be all right. I've got a chorus effect on it, double it, widen it a little bit, and I've got a flanger effect on it, you know, just as an addition to the chorus. I've got some pretty high reverb and delay on it. Most of it is on the more dull low pass sample, which you can hear. And then a little bit of it I also put on the high pass sample. So that's basically what I'm working with today, and I might just tweak it as we go. So I've kind of just been sitting here mulling, thinking of what I want to do, and I think that I want to try and flip this into a trapsoul kind of beat. So that means that the first thing I'm doing, I'm going into omnisphere, and I'm going to get the growler move bass, because I want to lay down a bass line. I think that what I personally need right now is that growler move bass, just to add a little bit of darkness to the beat. Now I was looking for splice because I kind of needed some inspiration with making some real trapsoul type drum beats. So I found this one, which is actually pretty good, but I think I'm gonna be using it as a percussion loop. Hold on. Because what stands out to me in this particular loop is not the drums, not the kick and the snare, it's the really intricate hi-hat pattern that I really like. So I'm gonna just keep this and probably layer it with my own snare, my own kick. And now to add a little bit of hi-hats of my own. Just your regular schmegler pattern, nothing too impressive. We're just gonna try and keep it modest, add a little bit of rolls here and there, and then just call it a day. And I think it's fine like this. What I'm gonna do now is just highlight these, turn them down in velocity just a wee bit, and then I'm gonna be playing with the no panning just a little bit, because I really like this idea of them being panned to the left and right. You know, you gotta do some experimenting. You feel me? Just experiment a little bit. We don't make mistakes. We do happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. Happy accidents. Let's go. And this is dope because we got the spaced out drums, we got the hi-hat rolls, so we're getting that real spaced out classic trapsoul Bryson Tiller feel, which is what you would hear on songs like Exchange, which is easily his most popular song. Now here's where I'm also going to be adding a little bit of detail. So I got this percussion loop center track 11. I'm going to add shaper box onto it, you know, just to have it pan from the left and right just a little bit. Because, you know, having your percussion loop in the back as a static loop where nothing too much is happening, it's dope, it's cool, but there's just so much you can do if you just challenge yourself to be a bit more creative and just do the weirdest stuff with things you wouldn't expect it from. Nobody, well, I don't think that nobody expects a percussion loop to be modulating from left to right in terms of panning, but you can. You know, you're not bound to the rules of reality. Reality can be whatever I want it to be. So I went ahead and I added a couple of details. I added a crash here. I added my rain texture, fill up the background a little bit more with the texture, of course, very important. Also added these little open hats. Well, that's a snare. But I did add some open hats right here, just for a little bit of more drum bounce. So this is what it sounds like right now. And that also kind of inspires me to add another bass pattern, but basically with all the notes lengthened for the sake of variation. Asian, station. Let's go. Alright, so what I got here is a pattern that I opened up in Contact because I am looking to add either a piano and a pad. So what I did is I played the bass notes, and I'm probably going to use these bass notes to navigate to which chords I need to have. So I'm going to copy them, double them, transpose them up an octave, and usually I try and figure out everything in between. So I don't know which chord I'm getting. It may as well just be a regular schmegular D minor chord. Let's try that first. Hold on. Okay, so D sharp minor works. So I don't think I'll be having a lot of trouble figuring out what I need. So my chords are D minor 7th with a double root note. I've got an inverted D dominant 7th chord. Wait, A sharp dominant 7th chord, my bad. Then it goes back to that D sharp minor 7th chord again. And then it goes back to that A sharp dominant chord again. But this time I'm playing it with a doubled root note. So that's basically the chords that I'm going to be using. I might just keep the piano. I might just turn it into a pad. Stick around and find out. So I'm liking that piano. I'm really liking that piano, but I need it to be wider, so I'm gonna pan it wider. I need it to be a little bit more wet, so I'm gonna give it some reverb and delay. And I also need it to have a little bit less energy in the mid frequencies. Hold on. just like that. We are also, ooh, I might just add a little micro shift because that gives me a widener and a chorus effect in one. It's just that I haven't used that plugin in a while. I do not know where to find it. When I get back, I'll have found it. Okay, so I did find a little micro shift, but there is another effect that I want to add. I'm gonna add a little bit of volume pumping to my piano. Okay, let's see what that sounds like, baby. Play for me. Alright, so Omnisphere enters the chat once more. I have a specific pad patch in Omnisphere that I really want to use. So I'm going to create a MIDI out. And the first thing that I want to do is make sure that my Omnisphere, main Omnisphere, is not assigned to a channel. Because if so, my MIDI out thing won't work. I'm setting these import ports to 0. I'm setting the first channel to channel 10 because I want it to go there. I'm setting my second channel to channel 13, which I'm not using right now. I'm also setting this channel to 2. The import port is just right. And that is a real quick, in a nutshell, how I make MIDI outs in Omnisphere. If you want a specific tutorial, just drop it in the comments. I'd be happy to explain it to you. But not right now, because I'm kind of looking to get that patch. So I go to channel number 2, which is default patch. I look for the Super Juno patch, which I know is in here. Thank you, Super Juno pad. Thank you. I'm going to copy paste these chords. Yes, thank you. Beautiful. Yes. Mute my mic. Perfect. That's the pad patch I want. I just got to make sure that it's sent to a different channel. And I forgot to do something in Omnisphere, so I'm going to multi. I'm going to set this one to B, and it should be assigned to mixer channel 13. Perfect. Cool. Let's get it popping. All right, good folks. Can I do something? Can I do a little something? Can I try and record my vocals to this beat with some heavily autotune? Because your boy can't sing for shit. Can I try and see what that sounds like? Can we just fuck around for a little? Let's fuck around for a little. All right, so let me get my headphones in order, because I'm gonna be needing these for show. And once I get back, hopefully I'll have recorded some vocals. Now, if you're wondering how I would go about that, as you can see here, I am using UAD's console. Now, a couple of videos ago when I tried making Beat for Black, I absolutely sucked at it, but now I kind of know my configuration, so I think that I can get something passable out of it. So let's just try. Okay, so y'all can hear what I just made, but please be gentle, bear with me, all right? I've been all alone in my room. I don't even know what to do. And the rest is just gibberish. But I'm going to try and make that work. Let's start with an EQ first, though. Let's get that EQ going on. I have no idea how this is going to sound. But so I took that baby away real nice and tight. So the only way you'll find it is if you notice it, if you really start looking for it. But for a subtle faint effect, I'm going to leave it there. I think I got to sit on it for a while because I don't know exactly if it really adds something to the beat that isn't already there. It might just clash with the vocals of the sample or whatever. But I'm glad I got it to work. I'm also glad that y'all got to watch me just have fun, flip this into a dope beat again. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to get back to you. And if you don't have any questions, please like, share, and subscribe this video. I would definitely appreciate it. We're going to be sampling R&B for a while, so stick around for more of this. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Y'all be easy. Peace.